Now, on to the reasons as to why you would want to buy an estate car. Well, there's absolutely no point unless you lug an awful lot of gear around the place. So how do they cope? Well, our camera crew lug an awful lot of equipment around the place, and they normally drive a big Citroen Synergy. But if they were to downsize to an estate, which one of our three would come out on top? Well, this is where I earn my money, I'm told. Let's see how much gear we can fit into the MG. Before we start loading it, just show you in here, you've got the spare wheel, it's alloy, and there's a little hidey space in there that you can put gear, and it's also got luggage hooks on both sides. So, how much of this are we going to get in? Planning, I think, is everything. Now, because of the two suspension towers, it's quite narrow in the back, so I think I would throw that in first. Then, we'll try this for size, up the back, as so. Comes in quite narrow at the sides as well. Another thing you watch out for is you might scrape the bumper quite easily because of the loading in and out of gear, which isn't probably a great idea. I don't think I'm going to get that in, so we'll go for one of these in like so. Yes, that works. Straighten it up in a minute. Try and squeeze this one at the other side. I don't think somehow I'm going to get the big box in as well. And this, I suppose, is the last thing. Now, being the smallest of the three estates, I have to say that's not bad. Not bad at all. And another little touch that MG has that I really like is this. It's a little window hatch. Well, after all that, I think it's about time the camera crew did a work for a change. Straight away you can see that the Passat has a bigger boot, and it's also got a low loading area, which is great for heavy items. Now, unlike the MG, the Passat doesn't have any usable storage under the boot floor, as it's taken up entirely by the spare wheel. With a little fiddling, the crew managed to get all of their boxes into the back, and even the long tripod case went in with ease. On the whole, pretty impressive. Onto the Volvo, and initially there didn't seem to be that much more space than in the Passat, but looks can be deceiving. First off, there is a storage area under the floor, and though it's not as large as that in the MG, it is still a useful space. But the boot itself just swallowed up box after box. It's a completely flat floor, and despite the sloping sides, there's an impressive amount of vertical room. In fact, the crew managed to get every box into the car with room for a few more. Obviously, all our cars have split fold seats, but for today's test, we are just concentrating on the boot area itself. For what is a small estate, the MG was surprisingly impressive when swallowing up our flight cases. And we like the underfloor storage area. The Passat also took an impressive amount of equipment, and the area is well designed. Overall, if you have a large amount of kit to move around, the Volvo offers the most space. Quite simply, it's awesome.